It's a breezy Tuesday afternoon in the City of Angels. A story that starts like every other. A web series host playing a sleuth, with nothing but the light of dusk leading this investigation. If I was a luckier man, I'd be someone else. But this fedora-wearing, candy, cigarette-smoking schmuck is none other than me. Detective Dylan. The only thing colder than this case is the office coffee machine, for I'm on the hunt for the missing body of my deceased intern. It's been 5 days since the disappearance of intern Nick. Every wannabe Sam Spade has claimed it's a cold case, but not me, not this jamoke. My brain is nothing but a Kellogg mascot mess, snap, crackle, and pop from one dead end to the next. But I'm determined to give my intern a proper burial. The wells of justice have come up dry, almost as dry as these whiteboard markers. Note to self, have the intern get new markers. Damn it, he's dead! Up is down, left is right, center is still center. I won't forget you, Nicholas. Or was it, Nathan? Shoot. It all comes down to this. One final lead that's leading me to Nick. This sorry sap thought he could slip through my fingers like quicksand. He may have paid his respects to Nick at the funeral, but his bill comes due, and my chips are all in. Yahtzee. It's time to blow a lid off this case. See you soon, old friend. Or should I say, that hat guy. NOFAC Investigations. Open up.
Detective, I thought you'd be here sooner.
Rounding up the key suspects was harder than expected. I haven't slept since Nick's body went missing.
It's a shame about your intern. I know you must be real sore about the slimes being switched.
I never told you that the slimes were switched. But that must mean...
Well.
Look who cracked the case.
Nick was getting too much screen time. Something had to be done. I'm taking you in, that hat guy.
Toodaloo, detective!
I'm getting too old for this.
Sorry, detective, but the secret's dive is me.
But you can't swim.
Say auf Wiedersehen to ever finding your intern's body.
Without a moment's notice, his body went still. So lived the life of that hat guy. The culprit may have been caught, but there's no justice in the air, only chlorine. Some people wish their life was a comic book splash page, when really, they're barely the editor's footnote. What does George Lucas and President Jimmy Carter have in common? Stay tuned to find out. I'm your host, Dylan Field, and this is Nerding Out for a Cause. It's Nerding Out for a Cause, aka NOFAC, the show dedicated to Marvel fans of every walk of life. The characters covered in this series are selected by our generous sponsors who have donated to the historic organization, the NAACP Legal Defense and Education Fund. Become a real-life hero today and donate to this amazing cause. A minimum of a $5 donation will make you a permanent credit on NOFAC. We are so proud to announce that we've raised over $1,500 for the NAACP LDF. In the coming days, we'll be announcing a new campaign to continue to raise money for this amazing organization and also interact with the NOFAC team in a brand new way. Today's quacktacular episode of Nerding Out for a Cause is all about the guy trapped in a world he never made. That's right, it's freaking Howard the Duck. While he may be a duck, Howard was an underdog with no intentions of being anything more than a one-off visual gag in his debut comic Adventure into Fear number 19 in December 1973. Writer and creator Steve Gerber, alongside penciler Val Merrick, had planned for Howard to only appear in this debut comic in the premiere issue of Man-Thing number 1 a month later in January 1974. Within the premiere issue of Marvel's Resident Swamp Man, Howard the Duck falls to his demise in the nexus of realities while adventuring with Man-Thing and Korak the Barbarian. What the creators did not expect was the massive amount of ruffled feathers that would come out of Howard's untimely death. One fan even went to such lengths that he sent Marvel Publishing a dead duck. Through the power of angry nerds, Howard waddled his way back into comics in giant-sized Man-Thing number 4 and number 5, with his own stories in the back pages of these oversized issues. What made Howard such a charming character was that he was just a normal anthropomorphic duck, living on his planet Duckworld. A planet much like ours, but as the name suggests, run by ducks. As an outsider of this reality, Howard gave a satirical spin on societal norms, including pop culture and corporate America. Thanks to Gerber's existentialist writing, Howard the Duck's popularity was slowly peaking. Howard gained his own solo run in 1976, lampooning various genres and tropes. Howard even ran for president against Jimmy Carter and Gerald Ford at the tail feather end of 1976. Without a proper archenemy, Gerber introduced Howard's new nemesis in the likes of Dr. Bong, a Bell-based villain. If this guy is ever introduced in the MCU, Seth Rogen fits the bill. During Howard's original run, Disney threatened to sue Marvel over a copyright infringement due to Howard's similarity to the likeness of Donald Duck. To avoid any legal issues, Marvel redesigned Howard to have human toes and wear pants. Though, creator Steve Gerber quietly worked his way around these legal entanglements and poked fun at this new status quo in issue number 21. While Howard has no powers, he's trained in the hand-to-hand combat of Quack Fu. And he later receives his own version of an Iron Man suit, aptly named Iron Duck. Some of our older viewers may be familiar with the cult classic movie featuring the foul-mouthed fowl in the 1986 hit Howard the Duck. While at the time the film was critically panned, it has received a second life with a cult following. I'd like to give a very special shout out to my producing professor, Robert Brown, who is the production manager of this film, that caused 9-year-old me to crack up. Howard has several cameos in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, as he's featured in both Guardians of the Galaxy films and a blink and you miss moment in Avengers Endgame. He's voiced by none other than Scooby-Doo 2 Monsters Unleashed star Seth Green. Back in 2014, Marvel created a new run of Howard the Duck after his hilarious appearance in the first Guardians of the Galaxy. But if you want to get the essence of the character, I recommend starting with his original run in 1976 by creator Steve Gerber. And that's NOFAC on Howard the Duck. For more information on the NAACP Legal Defense and Education Fund, to donate to the cause, to read more about Howard the Duck, or to become a permanent credit on NOFAC, make sure to check out the information provided below. Thank you to this week's sponsor, Maxine, for selecting Howard the Duck. Maxine is truly so amazing, and her volunteer organization, the Echo Park Collective, have been raising money for the Okra Project. Both organizations' information is provided below. To stay up to date on all things nerding out for a cause, make sure you follow us on these platforms. Wow, look at them. They all look so cool. Can't wait to follow them and support my friends and family. Thank you for watching No Quack,
Hey, look at that. That's a lot of puns. We'll see you next week.